So today I would like to introduce you to another very nice heritage site which is called Hong Nang Sida. It's a little bit south of Vat Phou Champasak, and this is the road that you will need to ride. Well, this is the state it is in at the moment, and we're still at the outskirts of the rainy season. To give you an idea, the roads are apparently going to be upgraded. Over there you have Vat Phou Champasak, and on the mountain there you have the sanctuary and the various plateaus. And the well, of course, which apparently is quite important. This is all the new project of the Hong Nang Sida efforts of the Korean Heritage Foundation that has been excavating and trying to rebuild parts of the temple complex. And I believe that by the end of this month the whole project is going to be handed over by the back to the Lao government, who will then monetize it in tourism revenue. This is the new road project. So here we're gonna go about 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers further, and then I'll show you the site. This is the new access road that the Korean Heritage Organization has built, and it appears to be in the near future gonna be connected straight to the Vat Phou Champasak entrance. This used to be a dirt road before. I'm not sure if they're going to seal it, but it's a lot better now. Probably to have the electric carts, kind of golf carts, to shuttle the tourists in and out. This site might be renewed as well. We'll see. So for now we can still enter the site unrestricted, passing a lovely lotus pond. And in the distance you can already see the heritage site of Nang Sida. And Sida, or Nang Sida, according to some historians, locals, was a sanctuary built for the princess that offered herself to sacrifice her life to save the empire in those days. And while that was prevented by some brave man, the emperor, I think in those days Jayavarman VII, built the princess this sanctuary. The middle structure, the grey, the dark one, apparently was the palace, and left to it the brick construction that used to be the library. This is a part of the ancient road that apparently went all the way down to Angkor Wat in Cambodia, lined with lingas and road markers, and on the side you see all the blocks that were taken off of the temple building. That was one big pile of blocks fallen down, collapsed at some point in time, as there apparently was a second floor or a tower on top of this structure. But due to unconfirmed origin, the Korean Heritage Organization has opted to not continue and not just build their own tower on top and wait until, if ever, there will be a conclusion on what it originally looked like. I'll have a closer look at the structures. According to some people I spoke to here from the Korean Heritage, there used to be another library to the right from where we look now as well, but I haven't found any, well, stone evidence. Here to the left we have what they have called the Stone Hospital, where investigation and research have been done on particular carvings and block consistency. We'll have a look there later. Let me take you to the temple. So this front section, and you can see that better later on when I walk you along the outside, the darkest part has always been exposed and visible, and the rear part, where the tower used to be on, apparently, is much lighter from color because it was protected from the elements for so long. And it is now, as everywhere in this region, more a Buddhist sanctuary. Let me show you some of the carvings on the edge of the pillars, as well as along the outside in some spots. I shall not disturb the people who are busy with Buddha and try to get in later. Let's go around the outside. So as said before, this is all of the structure that was exposed all the time, as far as I know. And you can clearly see the color differences between what was exposed and what was hidden under the blocks of the collapse. A much lighter color, or basically the original color of sandstone. And again, you can see how delicately everything was carved. and decorated. It's not all that big, all that large, but it's a beautiful little piece of art by the ancient Khmer. According to what I've read up on it, this was probably constructed around the 11th century, so this is over 1,000 years old. Amazing. Let me show you the library. So this is what they call the, I think the South Library, which was partly built with the same laterite rocks as a base, and then the bricks, the red bricks, to complete it. All those wooden trunks that you see in the red bricks are, they were unable, or not unable, but they were unwilling to take those out, as in the time that passed it grew a big tree, and they just left it as they found it. So this was what was dug out from under a big heap of stone and sand, and reconstructed till this part, and probably will remain like this for the unforeseeable future. So these are piles of brick that were taken off the library site, and probably they were unable to replace them where they belonged, and rather than to just pile them up as guests, they left them here. Not sure what's going to happen to all of this, but we'll find out in the near future. Let's see if we can have a sneak peek in the stone hospital. Not sure if they let me in, but we'll see. This is a small leftover of probably they're all cleaning up, stacking stuff together, trying to puzzle everything back into place. Delicate carvings in the laterite. Will be a hell of a job to puzzle all this stuff back together again. But they're giving it a go. Some more of the stuff that was dug up, like linga, foots, offering stones. Here's a puzzled together find of another linga foot or socket, which the pieces are held together now by a piece of, what is it, canvas. Some more of the findings in the fallen apart, beautiful carvings of the Naga, six-headed snakes. Probably end up in the museum. This beautiful carving. And here is the temporary resting place of all the blocks that were taken off the collapsed tower or second storage on the palace, or as they like to call it, a temple. I don't know what's going to happen with all this stuff, but if they don't take it away, it will be overgrown within no time. But I don't know of the plans, we'll see. Okay, let's see if the worshippers have left. We'll see if I can take you further into the actually the part that has been cleared of debris and fallen blocks. I see they moved their altar, which previously was in this little space here. They now moved it to the back. So this is all the latest excavation and unfortunately they can't go any further, so it will remain open to the sky. Yet amazing how they managed to even puzzle this little piece back together again. In the distance you see the road that we were on previously. Okay, let's take some, let's see if we can show you some more carvings. So as showed previously, these beautiful ornaments on the top of the pillars, and it's on all of them. Must have been painstaking work. As you can see, even the window frames were decorated nicely. A real palace, over 1,000 years old. The entry stones and the same for this side, but not just copy paste, but completely different arrangement. Must have been proud artisans in those days. This is probably a reproduction, because it's all still so very sharp and But maybe it's a dug up one, I don't know. Compared to this one, which looks, to me at least, the untrained eye a little bit more authentic. But nevertheless, very good offer, very good try. Giving you an overview of the premises in Global. That's the road that we were on before. The palace or the temple entrance, the old part, and the dug up part, or the recovered part in a lighter color. And this is one of the stone walls of what they call the library. Now on top of it, with a door frame held up by wooden struts, and in the distance another one. Not sure if they're going to finish that. Probably not, as this is November, it's the last month. But I've heard that the Korean group is going to be here. There's another bunch of window frames or door frames out there. And all this, according to an old farmer that I met 2 years ago here. Apparently, even in his lifetime, so there must have been around 85 years ago, this whole area, according to him, was still dense tropical forest, all cut down now for agriculture, rice farming, cattle keeping, and the rest. On the north side of the structure, they have dug up this foundation, which probably was the other library that they talk about. But there's no above ground stuff to be found here anymore. Well, at least not at this moment. The two sides are relatively symmetric. The outside of the temple. So this will be the west side then. And also here, lots of laterite blocks still scattered around. And that is Phu Khao, or as they call it in the literature, the mountain of Shiva. And on that mountain sits Vat Phou Champasak. Today is Saturday, so workers are leisuring around a little bit, which is one of the top occupations in the Lao PDR, as it is. Here's the leftovers of a wooden lift that they would take the blocks up on. And even more blocks around that haven't found their place in this excavation. But according to the Korean group, all of the rocks that are laid about here are all numbered and computerized and AI tracked. So perhaps in the future there will be another attempt to finish it off, to rebuild it, to bring it back to its former glory.